One of the most controversial issues in America and the world is that of the transitioning of gender, male to female, female to male, and the transitioning of children. But could it actually be a sign of something much larger? Something in which we're all part? This is Jonathan Cahn. In The Return of the Gods, the latest book I've written, I reveal the ancient mystery that is behind everything that's happening right now, the transformation of America and the world, what's happening to our culture, our children, what's happening all around, and why it's happening. You're going to see it in a new light, and the ancient principalities, that what their agenda is and where it's heading, and what the future holds, and how to get ready, how to be prepared, what you need to know to prevail. Well, I speak of the ancient principality in the book, known as the Enchantress, known in the Bible as Ashtoreth, known in Babylon as Ishtar. The ancient Mesopotamian inscriptions I've cited, I put in the book, where she says, I'm a woman, but I'm a man. In her hymns of praise, she turns a man into a woman. She turns women into men. In other words, she transitioned men into women and women into men. And in some cases, more literally, she had some of her priests surgically altered, surgically transitioned. So, the Enchantress is back. She's gaining possession of our culture. And as she does, she becomes more and more the transformer. So now, here we hear of men transitioning into women, women transitioning into men, children being transitioned from boys into girls, and girls being transitioned into boys. This is the work of the goddess. But it speaks of something even larger. Because this spirit, to this spirit was the power of transitioning a being, an entity, into its opposite. So the transitioning or altering of man into a woman or woman into a man speaks of something that's even larger. There is in our midst a larger transitioning taking place. A transitioning and altering that affects every one of us. The transitioning from one gender to another, the opposite, by this spirit is a sign of a larger metamorphosis, the transitioning of America, the transitioning of this civilization, Western civilization, and America, into its opposite, the transitioning of a Judeo-Christian nation into its opposite, a pagan nation. Not opposite gender, but opposite everything. Even into an anti-Christian nation and an anti-Christian civilization. When the Enchantress transitioned a man to a woman, the transitioned person now had transitioned desires or values. What the person once found attractive, they no longer did, and what they once rejected, they now were drawn to. So the Enchantress, the transitioning principality, is changing America, causing it to accept what it once rejected and reject what it once accepted, to condemn what it had once celebrated, like faith, and to celebrate what it once had condemned, like sin. While we speak of the transitioning of people, of children, as we must, we could be missing the transitioning that's going on all around us, and that which that transitioning is part of. In an age of transitioning, we of all people have to hold strong to what never changes, what is unchanging. That is the only rock, the only anchor, ever, but especially now, to become steadfast, immovable, which you can only do by the power of God. This is just a taste of the mystery revealed in the Return of the Gods. This is the mystery that is behind everything you are seeing. You're going to see it in a new light, crystal clarity, what's happening, why it's happening, what's behind what's happening, where is it going, what's the agenda, what's the end game, what's the future, how to be ready, how to be prepared, what do you need to know to prevail. Next time, we're going to get into the mystery that the gods have not just returned, they've returned with a vengeance, with an ancient vendetta against a specific people. It might even be you. You don't want to miss it. Hit subscribe. This is Jonathan Cahn. I'll see you next time with the vengeance of the gods. So now the gods, the spirits, are seeking to encroach upon the Christian faith, religious freedom, to encircle it, to say you can't preach this, you can't say this. If you do, we defund you, we deplatform you, we do this.